see what we got here. And we got, what is it?
Oh, yes, director. This is Hot Shots Part Deux.
Yep.
And we talked about this, I think it was October on the phone.
Well, we talk about it a lot, this film.
Yeah. The reason why is this is one of my favorite slapstick comedy movies. And I almost thought that said J.J. Abrams. I was like, why didn't I look at it? Jim Abrams.
Yeah.
And who the fuck wrote this?
Pat Proft. And,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do the first one together?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And it's the first one is funny, but this one, like, I have this in my DVD collection too, and it delivers on laughs. It's one of the perfect, like, slapstick, like, stupid comedies that you can enjoy nonstop. I remember my cousin rented this from a Blockbuster back in the day, and we picked out 2 random movies, and this was one of them. And as kids, we were dying laughing. And then I remember finally, like, running into this one time in the $5 bin. And I was like, God damn, I haven't seen that movie for fuck ever. So I go pop this son of a bitch in. And I was laughing, like, just as hard because I was worried. I was like, what if it's like Kung Pao where you don't laugh as much as you used to?
Yeah.
And I mean, this movie is still funny as hell. Some of the jokes, obviously, because Saddam Hussein's like one of the main jokes, obviously haven't aged well. But I mean, every like little gag in here is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I'll let you continue on, and I'll bring some more points in here in a minute.
Yeah, just what can you say? I mean, this was I don't know if Pat Proft and Jim Abrams had like they were sick of always being sidelined because everyone always says, oh, the Zucker brother movies, but they never brought in. Everyone always forgets that Jim Abrams was there as well with the Zucker brothers. Pat Proft, I think, came in later with Naked Gun. So, but yeah, they always those two always got sidelined, and the Zucker brothers always got the spotlight. So I'm guessing they must have came together and said, yeah, let's show people that we can do what the Zucker brothers are known for, and they gave us the first one and the second Hot Shots, and it's so funny. I mean, they go after pretty much like the bad. Or I don't know if I'll say bad, but the cheesy action movies of like the late '80s, early '90s, and it's so funny. And Charlie Sheen, man, oh man, he got buff for that role.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how good the camera focuses on that.
Yeah,
but he's ripped as shit, and Lloyd Bridges is in this movie, but Lloyd Bridges and who is the guy from Rambo? Because he's in this too.
Forget his name.
Is it Richard Crenna?
Yeah, Richard Crenna.
Yeah. He's in the Rambo movies, and he spoofs his own character in this movie, and it's hilarious. And when they saw the trailer, they thought they bodied Charlie Sheen on it, because it was before filming started, and it was a concept trailer to release it. And it was back in the day when you could buy the script before, film a little teaser, and then have people get interested and talk about it before the internet era, obviously. And it worked perfectly, and people are like, well, that's a body double, and all of a sudden they go up to Charlie Sheen, Jesus Christ, and he's a ripped motherfucker in this. It's like, what the fuck? And it's so weird. It's young Charlie Sheen. He has like a perfect mullet in there, obviously. And just a great supporting cast. Even fucking Ryan Stiles is in this movie. And he's hilarious too in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're all the little like bits and sketches in there are hilarious. One of my favorite jokes in this is Charlie Sheen's on like a riverboat, and he's writing, and it's like you can hear his like narration over it. It's like, this war is dragging on for far too long. We've lost too many good American lives. I don't know how much longer we can keep fighting this fight. And all of a sudden, this other like voice is like, war is hell. And he's like, huh? Looking at this other boat's coming by, and it's just Martin Sheen. This war is ridiculous. I don't know how much longer we can keep. And all of a sudden, he stops, and Martin Sheen looks up, and they both stand up. I loved you in Wall Street. It's like, it's so fucking good. And Lloyd Bridges, I mean, oh my god, I wish Leslie Nielsen was alive, and I wish he was, because if Jim Abrams and Pat Profit, I almost was thinking a different name for Pat, but Pat Profit and the Zucker brothers, if they were, all those people were still alive, the actors, and them teamed up for like an Expendables slapstick comedy, that would be amazing. And unfortunately, if we got that nowadays, Marlon Wayans would be in charge of that. So let's hope that doesn't happen, and hopefully Marlon Wayans will never stumble across this video, because he'll probably take that idea. But I would love to see an expendable like slapstick comedy movie like that. It'd be so good, and like written like this. This is before the like shitty scary movie series took over and changed everything. Yeah. I love Scary Movie 3, don't get me wrong, because there's still some of those slapstick type jokes. But this is one of my favorite slapstick joke movies, and I mean, there's so much like little shit like I keep forgetting his name. Richard Crenna's captured in the movie, and there's a part where they're like, tie him down, and it's like a mattress, and then he's like that, and it's like close up to his wrist, and it's like bread zip ties, and he's like and he's like, you need to. The terrorist comes up, and he has like the turban on, and it's just like a Holiday Inn towel. And he's like, you need to tell us what you need to. We need to know. And then Richard's like, and it's like this little loogie, and it cuts back, and it's like a bucket of like water. I'm not telling you anything. And like way later on in the movie, they're going to rescue him, and then they go to throw him like the keys that they get, and he's like trying to reach it out of the jail cell, and it's like this really shitty made jail cell out of like sticks, and he's like, and he just climbs through the jail cell like perfectly fine, kind of stands up, and he's like climbs back in the jail cell to unlock it. It's just little things like that. Oh my god, there's so many good like fucking jokes in this movie. Some are stupid, some are funny. Other ones, like we said, I believe this movie is 92, I want to say.
That's around 90-ish.
93.
93.
1 year off. One of these times I'll be right on my years. But this movie is hilarious, and I mean, the front cover is typical like $5 bin thing, but I mean the back cover, that's hilarious as hell. And the best thing too is like Fox was on top of their DVD shit. Like this is like in the $2 to $5 bin. Look at all those fucking special features that you actually get with this movie. But I loved movies that would actually have the featurette of making the movie. It's one of my favorite reasons to have like the hard copy of DVDs and shit. And I wish to God Amazon, Netflix, Hulu would start releasing special features of the movies. I don't know why they don't do that. The cool thing that I love about Amazon is you can watch the trailer before you either purchase it or watch it for free. And I love that because Netflix doesn't do that shit, which they should get on that wagon, and they haven't. I don't know why. I honestly don't. There are so many jokes in this movie. We've repeated that. It's a dead horse by now. We're beating it to death. It's funny as fuck. I mean, Lloyd Bridges is probably my favorite part in this movie. There's so many good one-liners that he has.
This film used to have like a 5.8 on IMDb, and now it's jumped up, which is like the first, like the only instance I can think of where it's like, oh, thank God this finally, like a movie got up a little bit higher, you know, and rating-wise on IMDb, because there's so many films on IMDb that go up in rating, and it's just like, it should probably go a little bit down. But this is like, thank God it finally went up. People are starting to finally realize the brilliance of this film, and just, yeah, it's sad that we will never see like comedy like this ever again. I will give that a 7 embraces. 7.
I will give this a solid 7.5 embraces. I love stupid slapstick, and when you rewatch this a second time, it goes from being stupid slapstick to actually just being a very smart written comedy script for like that time, because how all the timing for all the jokes works is like flawless for a comedy, which is rare.